Hello, my name is John Rose, and in part 3 of this video series, we're going to take a closer look at one of the 20 people that came out in that article by the Essene minister that claimed that Paul was a corrupter of the Bible, and that man was Albert Schweitzer. So let's just go to Albert Schweitzer's file. Now, Albert Schweitzer was healed of life-threatening diabetes at the age of 75 with a raw food diet. Dr. Albert Schweitzer did the Gerson Protocol for cancer and writes, "I see in Gerson one of the most eminent geniuses in medical history." Now, what did Dr. Albert Schweitzer say? Dr. Max Gerson say? Gerson said that all disease is based on toxicity and deficiency. And to heal, you detoxify and you rebuild. Now, there are some people out there saying, oh, forget the toxicity side, it's all deficiency. And that's another person we're going to look at. And I'm not necessarily saying they are part of controlled opposition, but they're definitely putting a lot of disinformation out there. And we're talking about Joel Wallach, Dr. Wallach. We'll come to him down the road. But for now, let's take a closer look at what Albert Schweitzer did. He was healed of life-threatening diabetes by doing the Gerson Protocol, because Gerson said cancer is at the end stage of disease. If I can heal it, I can heal all the other diseases prior to that. So Albert Schweitzer's wife had tuberculosis, and the same protocol that heals cancer, that heals diabetes, healed her tuberculosis. Their daughter had an unnamed incurable ulcerating skin disease that was also healed by going to a raw food diet. As Albert Schweitzer said, "I don't know what your destiny will be, but one thing I do know. The only ones among you will be happy are those who have sought and found how to serve." And that has to do with the knowledge of how to live. It has nothing to do about being distracted, and too many of us are being distracted. So let's take a look at what else Albert Schweitzer did. He went on to found the International Society for Research on Nutrition and Diseases of Civilization. Pavel Areola was actually part of that society. In fact, if we look at, if we go to that file, the International Society for Research on Nutrition and Disease of Civilization, in my file preview, you'll see that in Pavel Areola, this article came from Wikipedia. I always like to put that off to the side, because that tells me that the sources are quite questionable, because we know who owns Wikipedia. So everything related to health is usually wrong. So they didn't even make reference to the right society. But they came up with 7 guidelines here, 7 basic rules for optimum health. Eat only natural foods. Eat unprocessed, raw, and grown on fertile soil without artificial fertilizer. So they're saying, don't make the 4th mistake, process your foods with machines. Don't make the 1st mistake, don't cook your food, don't use fire. Don't use chemicals. Only eat poison-free. Again, don't use chemicals. That's the 5th mistake. Eat only whole foods. That's the 4th mistake if we process our foods. Only eat living foods. The most important thing we have to learn, stop cooking our foods. That's the fall of mankind. That's when we destroy the nutrient that feeds one of our senses. So that's the 1st mistake. Remember, there's 5 main mistakes we're making relative to 5 things we mastered. The 2nd thing we mastered were animals. We started eating animal products. So there's the 2nd mistake. He also says, number 6, systematic undereating and periodic fasting. Here we're talking about solid food vacation. Correct eating habits, we're talking about basically food combining here. Now, what was interesting here is Denmark in 1920. Let's look what happened to Denmark. The foods that we ate from 1910 to 1919 were heavily influenced by World War I and increasing industrialization, which created processed foods. That's the 4th mistake. Interestingly, Denmark, due to food shortages, drastically reduced their meat consumption and stopped processing their grains. As a result of these simple changes in their eating habits, the 1920 influenza pandemic bypassed Denmark. The death rate dropped over 40% in 1 year, and with a few years, they were the healthiest nation in all of Europe. So what we're looking at here are 7 basic guidelines that Albert Schweitzer learned, and he got that. Where did he get that from? Well, he got that from Dr. Max Gerson. And again, Dr. Gerson said all disease is based on toxicity and deficiency. And when you look at someone like Wallach, Dr. Wallach, he ignores the toxicity issue. He ignores how important food is. And we'll come back to Wallach down the road. But for now, we'll go ahead and move on to the next video. And once again, when you guys stick with this program, when you stay on the hero's journey and keep adding information into your database, you're in for a treat.